has been a special broadcast tagged Baramatu Voice Election Headquarters. We've been on since Saturday when the Presidential and National Assembly election was held, and we'll be giving you people minute by minute update of what has been happening. We were all joyous yesterday morning when at about 4:20 a.m. Alhaji Ahmed Bola Tinubu was declared the winner of the presidential poll. As we are all aware, Bola Tinubu is the candidate of the ruling All Progressive Congress. Celebration has been on since that yesterday, and we thought that we've gotten to the climax of that journey. But looking at the event that just unfolded, or that is unfolding because it is currently ongoing, it appears that what happened yesterday was no other but an anticlimax, as evidence now points to the fact that the event is still ongoing. What is that event, if you may ask? It is simple. Peter Obi of Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar of People's Democratic Party, among other contenders, they've all rejected the result of that election. They are saying that it was an allocation of scores as against votes counted. What is the implication of all this? Where are we headed as a nation? It's not an answer that I can give you right here in the studio, but the simple explanation is that it is still a long walk to victory. The reason is not far-fetched. Peter Obi of Labour Party has announced to Nigerians and to the world as a whole that he is heading to the court, and that he has himself well capped with adequate evidence to prove that he actually defeated other contenders. But don't forget, INEC, announced that Peter came third. So how he's going to prove that case shouldn't be our headache, but his. And we strongly believe that the tribunal, the Court of Appeal justices, and that of the Apex Court, the Supreme Court, they are all lined up, waiting eagerly and consciously for him to come. Let us, hook you up to that press conference where he unveiled or uncovered his plan to the general public.
Okay.
Again, my dear people, let me again correct one impression, because I've seen some people saying in the media that I released one news or the other. I have never, directly or indirectly, spoken or released any message since after voting, speaking, coming out to the media. And I thank all of you for your understanding. For me, it's a very simple thing, is to speak to Nigerians to protect and bless our dear country, Nigeria. Number two is gratitude to Nigerians that participated in the election, answering the call as true citizens in our dear country. Number three is gratitude to those of Nigerians especially the youth, that believed and worked tirelessly for a new Nigeria, and trusting that new Nigeria on that thing and my good self. I thank them for their hard work, gratitude to the obedient youths, those who believe that a new Nigeria is possible. And I say to them that a new Nigeria is possible, and we'll work for that new Nigeria that is possible. Their resilience, their hard work for a new Nigeria should not be waived. Daddy and I remain committed to that new Nigeria. I know how they'll be feeling now because of the way the elections have come and gone. The commitment and resilience of Nigerians, even in face of unwarranted panic attacks, is a testimony that a new Nigeria is indeed possible. I look at people like Lady Jennifer Ifed, who was stabbed but insisted on voting. And that gives me courage to believe that a new Nigeria is indeed possible. And there's so many other Nigerians. The election that we just witnessed have been conducted and results announced as programmed. It is a clear vision from electoral rules and guidelines as we were promised. This election, as you know, did not meet the minimum standard expected of a free, transparent, credible, fair election. It will go down as one of the most controversial elections ever conducted in Nigeria. The good and hard-working people of Nigeria have again been robbed by our supposed leaders whom they trusted. However, let me humbly and most respectfully appeal to all Nigerians to remain peaceful, law-abiding, and conduct themselves in most responsible manner. Please be assured that Dati and I, and indeed all of us, this is not the end, but the beginning of the journey for a birth of new Nigeria. Dati Baba Ahmed and I remain absolutely undaunted and deeply committed to the project of a new Nigeria that will be built on honesty, transparency, fairness, justice, equity. All the above starts with the process. The process through which people come into office is far more fundamental, more important than what they do thereafter. It is my belief, and I've maintained so consistently, that if you must answer His Excellency, the process through which you arrive to office must be excellent. We must now require that we do the right things in order to generate the required confidence and moral authority to lead. As you know, the destruction of a society begins and gradually progress when we act rascally. with deliberate manipulation of the rule of law and suppression of the will of the people. During my campaign process, I would say that we will govern by the rule of law, because we know what not doing that will bring about. And that's why we insisted that. Let me reiterate, and I assure you that